Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm Zoe Alex. Welcome. This is gonna be a miniature reading for a Thursday reading, and this is gonna be a little bit of a not really an all-side reading, but it's a little bit similar to it, only it's a little bit different. Keep in mind that we will try to clarify of what's going on exactly the same way, right? And then we're going to figure out what's going on through the energies, if it's from earth signs, fire signs, water signs, air signs, whatever it is. And then I'll do one of the oracle card situation. I'll do the dice and playing cards. And then after that, then I'll do the letters, the numbers, and then it will be in the description box below, as you can see. All right, so this is a Thursday reading, and we have to figure out about how this is and what's going on and who is who's doing this and what's going on and who, what, where, and why. And it's basically similar to that. I just have to figure out. It's like, is this gonna be interesting? This is gonna be uh, how I feel and how I act and what's going on. And based on theory, um, it kind of gives you that way, right? So basically on that, um, basically that's how it is right now. And this is going to be a miniature reading, but we're going to figure out that is at the moment. Like I say in all my videos, I said these will take time as they go along. And that's what it is, right? It's a worth it of a scenario. It's a worth it of how it seems to be. There's always progression. There's always good, and it's interesting, right? And there's always a certainty where things can go from my way or the highway situation, or it can be saying, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something right? Am I processing? And it kind of is at the moment. But really, like, I have to say this, like, not to be rude or mean. I'm just saying, like, wow, like, I know for a fact that yes, yes, Zoe Alex knows exactly what I'm talking about here, but it kind of gives you a situation. There's always a simple way, right? So I know that it kind of happens where everything can go from right side up, but this is how it seems to be, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it at the same time, and that's how it is. So let's get started here, all right? So here we go. All right, so this is how it is. We're going to figure out who's on the left side, who's on the right side, and then who is in the middle. So we're going to figure out on the left side we have the butterfly represents get ready for big changes. That is very beautiful. All right, so we're going to figure out how that is. Who's on the right side? The dolphin. Cooperate with others. This is interesting. These are two different energies are going by. We have get ready for big things from the butterfly situation. That's on the left side. On the right side, you have cooperate with others with a dolphin. Interesting. Interesting. What's in the middle? The unity, Archaea, Delphophon, Sandalphon, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Exactly, that's what it is. So this can be indication where it kind of gives you, like, it almost represents the three of cups represents friends and friendships and relationships and all that, and it kind of seems to be that, but the three of cups isn't here right now, but this represents it almost in a way, but it's a different way. you know there is always a time and place for this, There's always a process, there's always significant on how it is, and that's how it seems to be. So now let's see how this is. I didn't shuffle these cards right, but I'll see who's doing this and what's going on. Yeah, because we want to figure this out, right? So I'll see if I can get one card of that. And see what's the opposite of the other ones. Right, so let's see. Okay, so we have the Temperance card is, well, it was reversed, but now it's upright. Okay, so the Temperance. Okay, so the Temperance is that is. What's the opposite for the Temperance on either side? Right, so on the left side we have, okay, the Death card represents that. Interesting outcome. And the Hangman. It can be upright or reversed at the same time. Alright, so we have all these clarifications. The Death card represents Scorpio, I believe that. But there's always some kind of temptation. I don't wanna clarify, but I want to clarify. How can I clarify? Move that there, move that there. Oh yeah, I'm going to clarify something. I'll use one of my, I'm gonna use this one. So let's see, let's clarify. Let's clarify what's the opposite of the Unity card, but let's see, what is it over here? Let's see. The Five of Air. And wise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Okay, so it represents the air signs. Air signs is Gemini, Aquarius, and I think it's Libra in that situation. So that's what it seems to be for that one. This represents Scorpio in this situation, but the Temperance card and the Hangman, I don't really unsure about that. Again, it gives me a good outcome, but I don't know if it seems to be how it is. It's very concerning, but after all, I'm just a reader here. Because see, that's the Five of Air, so that can represent, like I say, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in that situation. But see, if I just think about this in a way of how I understand this, it kind of gives me like, okay, because we gotta clarify, and I'm gonna see if I can clarify one more card here. The Two of Air, yeah, so it still represents air signs, but it says being unable or willing to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. Yeah, that does make sense, yeah, because you're pretending that there is no problem. It's like, I'll give you a example. It's like pretending that you're saying okay, but you rather don't want to talk about it. That's what I'm guessing here. That's what I'm trying to say because it kind of gives me a viewpoint where I'm trying to think about, okay, what's going on? You know, being okay is like, yeah, you're sounding okay. But in a way, you're kind of not because it kind of gives you like a um, different, different viewpoint. And what I'm trying to say is that you're acting like you're okay, but you're not. You're not okay. And because there's something that is bothering you, you know. when I think about this reading, it gives me a think about cooperate with others. The Hangman represents restrictions. Get ready for big changes. You know, like-minded friends, whatever it is. But you have to review everyone's motives. Learn what you can from this situation. Like there's always these things are going on, right? And it's true. But you have to believe in yourself that am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Am I thinking about woe is me or anything like that? No, 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 no. Right? You have to have this as a welcoming situation rather than saying, I'm not going to do this anymore. Forget it. You know, it kind of gives you that understanding point because it kind of gives you like, okay, Zoe Alex knows what I'm talking about. Exactly. But it kind of gives you that interesting ways like, huh, okay, I know what I'm doing. Exactly, right? So when I think about these energies, they kind of be are switching, you know. But I didn't expect about the air signs following air signs and then following Scorpio at the same time. It kind of gives you like a write out situation. Like here, I'll write your name, I'll cross your name out, on a piece of paper, for example. That could easily work. But the point being is that everything can easily switch. Like anything can happen like an instant, you know. That's what I'm saying here because it kind of gives me like, okay, I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what's going on, and yes, yes, and yes. But is it that worth it? Is it that kind of criteria? Is it going to give you like a motivation skill or whatever? This is almost like educational, but is it really educational for you? Like, is it? Like, that's my question. You can answer it if you want to, but remember what I'm saying. Like, everything can switch instantly if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling anxious, if you're, all these random emotions. And then you have to think to yourself, saying, really? Am I that dumb to understand how stupid I am? Like, you know, I'm not saying it to myself, no, and I'm not saying it to my viewers. But what I just did, I did like a silly emoji there and say, huh, you know, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm trying to do. I'll keep going, but I'm not going to stop there. You have to believe that when you have get ready for big changes, if you have the temperance card, if you have the hangman, if you have the air signs, if you have the archangel, whatever it is, you decide of what's going on. No matter how you see this and think that, okay, I'm doing this, I'm not going to be woe as me anymore or anything like that. No, you have to believe about that. That's what I'm saying. But let's get back to the reading, shall we? You have to believe about what's going on here in this situation. There's always a good way, there's always a simple way, there's always this and that at the same time. If you think that you can go from the left side, go to the left side. If you go to the right side, you're going to the right side. But if you're going to the middle, you think, which one's the middle now? Right? You're confused because you're trying to think, is that the middle over here? Or that's the middle over here? No, because I'm clarifying with those two, the two of air and the five of air at the same time. But that's what it seems to be, right? You're trying to level two things at once. You're trying to balance, right? It's like you're balancing my hands. Are you balancing my left hand or balancing my right hand, right? So if you have that, that's what I have for you. But it's not only that. We're going to figure out what of this is happening. And yeah, I'll see. I can clarify this between what months and anything that I can see this. So let's see how this is. The 36th card. Now this represents the cross situation. So let's see about that. Let's see how that is. The cross represents, okay, from the 21st to the 31st of December, so it could be this year, last year, whatever it is. Advice is abandon yourself to destiny. Fortune will never let you down. So that could be interesting, right? You're trying to have fortune. I know the wheel of fortune isn't here right now, but if it was, then yeah. But in my book, that's what it says here. Let's see, like, uh, there's always something that's going on there. Uh, so let's see. So position 3, unexpected events. I don't know if this should happen or not, but it says for the second letter of C, it says cold, cold shower, which means your partner played with your heart, betrayed you, ignored you, and now has left you. That's interesting there. Okay. That is so, okay, that is interesting there. What is position 4? Result. It says for letter D. The person you think about or that you will meet soon is your other half. You will live happily ever after. That makes sense too. That really makes sense. But letter C, it says, after having suffered betrayal and sorrow, your partner takes avenge, breakup, or lawsuit. Yeah, there's something weird in that statement. Uh, what else? Uh, it doesn't say any money situation here. No, it doesn't. But let's see. Just give me a moment here. Uh, like it gives you like position for a result. Business like money and stuff like that. But letter C is says business with problems, failure, dissipated capital, contested inheritance, which means that when someone passes away, then you're gonna get money from that person, whatever it is. So that could be a different, interesting way. But there's always like other stuff here that's going on. Like there's money situation, there's past, there's present. But for position 4, for another result, for over here in this section 154, page 154 in this situation, for letter C it says excessive ambition without respect for other people's careers is a recipe for disaster. Now see, that makes sense here, but you know what? You have to cooperate with others. You can't have, like, you can in a way if it happens to you or not. But if you are having excessive excessive ambition without respect for other people's careers is a recipe for disaster. And when you're cooperating with others, you're getting a chance where you have a recipe for not disaster, but it's just a recipe for disaster. I have no idea what's going on, but that's what I'm reading, right? And it kind of gives you that situation, uh, like, I just don't think that there's always something different in this situation, but there's always a time in a beginning. There's always a different outlook. There's always a different saying. There's always a different result. There's always this and that, this and that, this and that. And it keeps repeating, right? But see, here it is. It's like if we have Scorpio and yeah, so if we have one water sign and then we have six six air signs that are the same, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Scorpio, that is at least seven zodiac signs in this situation, but there's always some kind of different plan, you know? Like, yeah, sure, you cooperate with others, but there is a recipe where you can easily get offended. Maybe we'll give you a different perspective. I don't know. But you have to get ready for big changes. You have to get ready for cooperate with others. You know, you have to seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Like you have that. There's always these things are going around, but when this hits the 36th card, and it represents, it could, well, it doesn't represent a fire sign, but if it was in that situation, then it will give you a whole amount of stuff, right? Now let's say, for example, you're cooperating with others and you're saying, okay, I got this, I know what I'm doing. But when you have the five of air in that situation, it says learn what you can from this situation, it's like, why are you going to learn something from a situation that you caused? You know, it's like it's like uh it's like in that situation, learn what you can from this situation. Like what does it give you a costing? It's like someone's gonna whack you like a stick of whack, wow. Like for example. Like why does does it make sense to you or not? You know, That's why I'm just a reader here. Like, yes, it does kind of piss me off, but not really. It kind of gives me that, like, whoa, like, holy wow, in that situation. And it's like, okay, stop the video. But I'm not really, but pretty soon I will. The point being is that in this situation here, you have to think about this, right? You have to think about, okay, I'm doing this right, I'm not doing this wrong, I'm going to keep this as up to date and blah blah blah. Fine, 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 fine. But the point being is that you have to think about this as a wonderful strategy way. There's always a good way and there's always a bad way. Don't look at the bad thing and think, I don't know what Zodiacs is talking about. I'm not going to subscribe, whatever. It's your choice. But let's get back to the reading. You have to understand that if you go from the butterfly situation, you're going to look at that and saying, okay, how beautiful. All right, I'm going to do that. But when you look at the dolphins, do you like butterflies? Do you like dolphins? That's a good question right there. But the point being is that in this reading, you have to figure out, okay, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Am I having all of these different kinds of energies? Go ahead, do that. But it's your decision, not mine. right? I'm just a reader, which means I'm just reading what the cards are saying to me. If you're doing something right, fine. But if it's something wrong, I'm thinking, okay then, right? So that's what I have for you. But the point being is that I'll see who's following you in this situation, and then I'll do the dice, and then the letters for it, and then basically I'll be done with this reading. So thank you, and I hope that you guys will enjoy this situation. I hope that you guys will think about this. Oh, there's a card there. So let's see how that is. Did you see that? Yeah, you did. So let's see. So we have, the Six of Spades. Didn't I say something about the air signs? Here we go again. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So we have 9 zodiac signs as air sign, air sign, air sign, plus 1 water sign. So that's what I have for you. I hope that this helps. Keep in mind, I'll do the dice situation here. A 2 and the 4 and the 6 represents February, April, and June in this situation. I hope that that is correct. Yeah. So basically that'll be it. The numbers are for, so you have, if you're 24, if you're 42, if you're 62, if you are 6 years old, if you're 2 years old, 4 years old, 6 years old, um, 10 years old, 8 years old, yeah, any of those numbers. Okay, if you're 26, if you're 24, if you're 64, if you're 42, um, 62, whatever it is, whatever the numbers are, okay? The letters usually are, okay, basically for, let's see, okay, so for this one is A and G, if you're February, if you're Aquarius. If you're in April as Aries, you have A and I in that situation. Even if you're in June, E and I, which means your last name, your first name, whatever it is. So if you have all those, keep in mind that this is going to be that. I hope that you guys will enjoy this reading. I hope that you guys will enjoy it. There's one thing that you must learn before I let you all go. Think about this as a wonderful reading. Think about this as a enjoyable reading. Think about how everything seems to be. How's it turning out for you? I hope that this will be giving you lots of things, but keep in mind about how this is, how everything is, right? And think about that, right? So I just want to say that keep on, and just that's how I keep going about doing these readings for you. I hope that this will help you. I hope that you will understand this. So enjoy and have a fabulous day. And I'll see you next time. And have a good day to you all. Bye for now. Goodbye.